ever left. RNS podcast. If you know, you know. Really nothing special podcast. We are really nobody special. Got a special episode for y'all today. But at first, before we mention what we're doing, Rick, how you feeling?
Hey man, I'm Gucci, brother. How you feeling today?
I'm good. I'm good. Can't complain. New album came out, so I'm excited about that. DJ, how you
Cold
feeling?
world.
Man, I'm good, man. Cold world, baby.
I hear you. I hear you, Mel. What's going on?
Man, I'm feeling tropical today, you know?
I see that.
Hey, you know? You know.
Straight out the bombs.
Hey, you know?
Hey, so got a really special episode for y'all. Offseason came out. Shout out J.Cole. So all this is gonna be is just an album review, man. So we can get straight to it. Before we just go and just talk about the album, I know we all listened to it and I'm sure we all loved it. Just the biggest thing, or not the I don't want to say the biggest thing, but let's talk about the rollout and how J. Cole kind of approached the off season before we just talk about the album. So dropped the documentary early this week. I think it was either Monday or Tuesday. It was like a 12-minute little video. Pretty much explained his thought process, the concept of the off season, his mindset, his approach, all of that stuff. And my biggest takeaway from it was pretty much how I'm sure every top rapper has to go through this, but just when you're that good at really anything, you have to find ways to get better. And the better you are, the harder it is to do that. So for somebody like J. Cole, who we all know is at the top, you can't get complacent. And that documentary talks about how he's at a spot where it's easy to get complacent when you're at the level he is, but he's trying to figure out different ways to improve and not only stay where he's at, but to surpass where he's at. And it's very quick, but that's pretty much the gist of that. And before we get to that, after that, he had the LA Leakers freestyle that was crazy, rapped over 93 till infinity, still tipping those beats. Signed with the African basketball league. He's playing this weekend in Rwanda. So a lot of correlations with basketball. Got a Slam magazine cover. But first off, before you get to the album, I just want to hear your guys' thoughts about the whole rollout and more importantly, the documentary.
Go ahead, DJ.
Like, I don't think anybody's had a better rollout to an album. Like, as far as everything he had leading up to it. Also, Aaron, to your point with finding new ways to get better and just finding ways to stay hungry. I feel like after last summer, everybody watched The Last Dance. And I feel like there's a lot of like similarities with him and the way Jordan and even Kobe, for that matter, kind of like find ways to get mad. Like Jordan made up that story about the guy from the Bullets at the time about how he was talking shit. He just made the shit up just to go with him. So like I kind of feel like J. Cole's at that point where he's just making shit up in his head, trying to, like, he literally said, like, trying to trick yourself into into hunger, really,
Right.
at that. So that's my gist on the album or the documentary.
I think his rollout I think the way he did it, you got to respect J. Cole because he's always thinking about a rollout, because he was kind of giving us a preview with even Dreamville that, like, okay, we're going to do something different every time when somebody's album come out, and how J. Cole did the rollout and how he did the freestyle. And I feel like he was just showing us, like, I heard y'all talking, but y'all didn't see the art, what I was trying to bring to awareness. So I'm gonna show y'all that I didn't lose, that I can't rap. Like, I rap better than all y'all. And that's what he put back in the ring. He wanted, it's like you said, like Jordan or Kobe or whoever, it's like showing everybody, okay, I'm still the top dog. Show me that y'all better than me. Show me that y'all can rap better than me. Because I hopped on LA Leakers. Now I make y'all want to freestyle again. Why is it me that makes y'all want to freestyle again? Everybody else, when they did it, nobody cared. But when I do it, the world stops.
Yeah, so I loved everything about it. Like I'm a big J. Cole fan. You know what I mean? Uh I I love what he was talking about as far as you know what I'm saying, tricking his mind. I feel like as people, we're all trying to do that. We're all trying to get better in whatever it is that we do. So I loved what he was talking about when he said that in the video. I also loved when he was talking about just wanting to work with other people, because I mean I think we all wanted to see some J. Cole collabs, and not to like say too much about the album, but like starting with Killer Cam, like off jump, man, like just hearing his voice in a J. Cole album was legendary for me. Like I never thought I would hear the day that of Killer Cam being on a J. Cole album. So that was pretty dope. And I mean he tied everything to basketball, man. Which I love. I love basketball. The fact that he's getting to play basketball and rolling out his album all at the same time, man. Like he's a smart motherfucker when it comes to marketing, man. He killed it.
Right. And
Hey, hey, Aaron, not to cut you off. Hey, Rick, you look like somebody that would love to play basketball.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
You look like someone that would love to have a 40-year-old woman get her groove back.
Yo. Hey.
Hey, Rick look like the lost character on Mortal Kombat right now.
That's fine. At least I can kick ass. Go ahead, Aaron.
I give the groove back though. It's all good. It's all good.
So to get back on the documentary real quick, and to Rick's point about it going back to basketball, that's pretty much what I was gonna say. Like a lot of what he was saying, and when he's like, there's a part where, well, it's the start actually. 21 Savage asked him, they're in the studio together, and he asked him, he's like, so how'd you come up with the Offseason? He explains, and there's a lot of basketball correlation to what he's saying. He's talking about, he's pretty much approached it as it was the Offseason in like a basketball season, because he had the warm up before he really popped off, and now it's like the Offseason where you got to find ways to get better, going back to the first point. But yeah, so I mean, I'm sure he had this this Rwanda league deal in the works for a while, but like you said, Rick, he's smart for having all of this stuff coming out the same week. And you drop an album, you play Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure it was all in the works, but he's smart. That like the timing of how he did everything is very smart.
There's only one other rapper who I think was on that level, kind of smart genius as far as like rolling things out together, and that was Nipsey.
We got to give it to
there's a few. Too. There's a few. It's just they're just not like.
He was pretty good at it too.
Hey, if we can't disrespect him, we might not like him. But Diddy's rollouts was legendary, bro. How do you make the Big Mac go with Biggie and Craig Mack? You know what I'm saying? Like that's legendary. Like
a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of really good rollouts. It's just a matter of how popular you are and really if you catch them.
But I would just say like, and plus how you
speaking of Diddy.
Yeah, I'm just saying that was a little, that's a throw for later. I'm just saying.
Speaking of Diddy,
well, I was gonna say he's mastered an art that I feel like a lot of people don't have, and that is shutting the fuck up. You know what I mean? Just shutting up, doing your work, and then when it's that time, actually, you know what I'm saying? Actually saying something. Like a lot of people don't do that.
He pretty much had like a whole verse about that shit.
But at the same time, I feel like it depends on certain artists, because it depends on the quality of music you drop. Because think about Currency. We respect the quantity of music he dropped, but at the same time, it's always quality that he drops,
Mm-hmm.
But with J. Cole, when he drops something, it's going to be quality music, something you're going to listen to.
Yeah, I'm just speaking in general. Like, think about anybody that's doing anything. Everyone wants to tell you what they're doing. Oh, I'm going to lose 30 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Do the work, lose the 30 pounds. Like, I'm not going to anybody. I'm just saying, like, that's a lost art in people. Everyone wants to.
Rick is throwing shots. You know who you are.
You know who you are.
No, man. No, I'm just saying, like, people want accolades before actually putting. I'm just saying people want the accolades before actually putting in the work. Put in
Nah,
the work.
'cause-
That's how you get the accolades.
Yeah, Rick. Yeah, because you're right. Because we're gonna get to the album now, but that's what made the rollout so good. Because you didn't hear anything about
all.
the offseason coming out
About nothing. All of a sudden, hey, I got an
until
album
like a
coming.
week until like a week or two ago. I saw on Twitter that people were like, "The offseason's done." He posted a story that on Instagram and was like riding around, bumping the offseason. Finally finished. Can't wait. And that was really confirmation. That was like last week, 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
you didn't hear anything since what? Probably the Dreamville album, and you don't hear from him until it's time to talk. And we can get to the album now because it's time to talk. And he did more than talk, right? And to Rick's point, like I'm gonna ask you guys for your thoughts, but
Hey, Aaron, not to cut you off, but I was gonna just add a little point to it. We keep forgetting who his mentor is too. It's Jay-Z. Like when you got that guy as your mentor and you watching him, that's you're definitely gonna watch and move a lot different. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, I'm sure of that. Yeah.
You saw your mentor make $1 billion.
Right.
And he said he was out when when CDs was out.
Right. So going into the album, like I played it as close to midnight when it dropped as possible. And to Rick's point, 5 seconds in, I heard Cam. I was like, all right, this is like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, all right, you know what I'm like you know what I'm saying? Like you get ready for that. So
hey, Aaron, no lie. I thought about back in the day with our Cameron freestyles.
right. Just pretty much the same thing 2 times in a row, and that's a
yo. Cameron is the funniest. He's a comedic rapper, bro.
But
no,
yeah, like
yeah,
you hear Cam just talking shit at the start, and it just gets you ready, and then
it sets the tone.
Yeah, like that's basically what it did. It set the tone for the album.
And John at the end of the track.
Right.
Yo, that surprised me. That really surprised me.
The Lil Jon piece caught me. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
You forget he's from Raleigh. He's like he said, he's from Southeast.
Who?
That's what J.Cole said. He said we from the Southeast. Talk about North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So we're kind of talking about it now, but what's everybody's overall thoughts of the offseason?
Man, for me, when I was listening to it, it made me, because my favorite rapper of all time is Nas. And I'm literally like, yo, J. Cole is Nas could be like J. Cole if he could pick beats. Like J. Cole is a Nas that can pick beats. Like the beats that he picked on it, all of them were fire. I mean, the songs, the concepts, him going at Diddy in one of the songs, like not going at him, but like just addressing some shit that happened. And just the way that he described those situations, like in that what was it, Let Go of My Hand, in that song specifically, made me think about my own son. You know what I mean? Like how I'm trying to get him ready because I know one day someone's going to try him too. Like I felt all those different parallels, and I feel like that's something in our generation that's going to change in rap, is that we're all growing up. You know what I mean? We're not going to listen to, we'll still listen to the turn up music and stuff like that, but a lot of these rappers that we grew up with that we're listening to, they're growing up too, and we're going to be sharing a lot of these same experiences. And it seems like rappers are more open today into speaking about their real life, you know what I'm saying, everyday challenges, and not just talking about selling crack and doing Molly all the time.
Unless you're Future.
Hey man, you still gotta have your turn up music.
Okay. Future.
But it was
go on that, or anybody?
but it was good from head to toe. The album itself. The one song with 21 Savage, I was like, man, this is Middle Child Light. Like,
yeah.
Man.
Him and 21 killed that.
Yeah, he killed it. I was like, man, this is Middle Child Light right here. I couldn't tell if they did that song before or after Middle Child because it sounded so much like it.
You mean a lot?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah,
My bad. Not Middle Child. A lot.
Yeah. You know about a remix I know?
Yeah.
Nah, my bad. But it was like a lot like, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, my bad, wrong title.
But it's crazy that Middle Child, you say Middle Child and Offseason. Middle Child was supposed to be on Offseason.
It was supposed to be on Offseason.
Said, yeah. I'll tell you what. I wasn't the biggest fan of that song, so I'm kind of glad it came out when it did. For me, as far as Middle Child, like I thought it was a solid song, but I didn't think it was like I like what he put out for the off season. And my total thoughts, like I'm not one, at least right now, I'm not gonna compare it to other albums because it hasn't even been 24 hours. I can't do that. There's gonna be a lot of recency bias if you try to compare him to his other albums now. But I will say this is probably the most confident J. Cole you've heard so far.
Yes.
Like this is the most confident he's been, and this is probably peak J. Cole rapping that we've heard so far. Like he's confident and he is talking his shit.
Yeah. I give you that. He's very confident.
Very confident right now.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite J. Cole album, but it's like lyrically dope as fuck. But
that's what I'm saying. Like
I still would say it's my favorite one.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not even gonna say that because it has, like I said, it hasn't even been a day since it came out. So I'm not gonna compare it to his other albums and rank them. But he is confident as hell right now.
But I'll say this: to go back on what you're saying, Aaron, and what everybody's. I would say if you're gonna say sonically and lyrically combining the two, I would say this is probably one of his most complete sonically and lyrical albums. Like you said, time will tell to see where we are, but I really like where, like, if you're gonna say what my ears telling me and the lyrics and what he's saying, how confident he is, and the beat production, him saying, okay, I'll do some of these beats and then somebody else will do this, but and the people he picked even have a little baby there, that kind of surprised me. But then I was just like, the way they rapping with J. Cole, it fits, you know what I'm saying? And it shows me that like J. Cole's just a little bit different for those rappers that say, no, I want to hop on your track. You know, when people say a certain thing and you got Cam to say, hey, what you need me to do? Hey, I just need you to be Cam. Hey, say less.
Right. Right. That's
hey, but you know, one thing about Cam is Cam ain't gonna do it if he don't fuck with you.
Right.
Exactly.
So he got New York fucking with him. He got, you know, New York fuck with him like he belonged there, but then at the same time, he got the South to say, nah, you really with us. So it's like a weird dynamic he plays.
And you know, Cam, if it ain't Harlem, he might not be fucking with you.
Right. I was watching a video recently, and Cam's like kind of like he's not like saying like, if you're not from Harlem, I don't fuck with you, but like he's just you could tell by his demeanor that like he's only gonna rock with so many people that aren't from New York.
Facts.
But J. Cole, you could kind of say he's from New York. I wouldn't say like from, but like you could tell he spends a lot of time out there, you know.
Mm-hmm. And he spent even more time like on this album, like from the documentary. Like he went like pretty much while talking about being complacent and all that stuff, he went back to his roots, and that's like the cool thing from the album. But anybody have any favorite tracks so far?
Man, you know DJ. We'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
Technical difficulties. Go ahead.
I mean, I just straight off the bat, man. I love 95 South straight off of the bat, but I think Let Go of My Hand is one that just I don't know, it just resonated with me so much. It made me think about my son. It made me think about myself growing up. You know what I mean? Just I like that song the most, I think, out of all of them.
I would say 95 South, just because I like how J. Cole came off of that. Like he's letting you know the energy. He's like, yo, did y'all forget? I've been a problem since, you know, the warm-up. I've been a problem since Friday Night Lights. Did y'all forget? Like, okay, I'll show you what the off season's like for me. I heard the chatter. Now I'm about to show y'all. Like, I just like the whole entire album, like y'all said. Like, I just like the gist of him talking his shit again. That's what I've been waiting for. I'm like, yo, where's the Cole where the hungry Cole where he's just like, yo, You don't think I'm number one? All right, I'm gonna show you I'm a number one. You know, that's the Cole that I miss, and that's the energy that I feel right now, and I like it.
And yeah, so 95 South is one of my favorites for that whole
Man,
reason. And
killer.
and I think that's why I enjoy, just to Jamel's point, why I enjoy this album so much is because when rappers are at the top, like just to Jamel's point, like it's easy to lose that hunger. So like there's a
Yeah.
whole bunch of times, and I mean, if you're one of the top people, like you in your head, you probably don't want to give them the same stuff. So you're trying to just be creative and do different things. But there's a whole bunch of times where they're just like, man, I just wish you can just, I don't care about all this, just rap. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it seemed like J. Cole did. So 95 South is one of my favorite ones, just because, like we said at the start, it sets the tone for everything. Welcome back, DJ. But it sets the tone. It sets the tone for everything. But my favorite's Applying Pressure. Like he like the beat there. Like I think that's my favorite beat on there, and he just snaps on that. Like he just goes crazy. So I think my favorite is Applying Pressure, and 95 South is probably second right now. But I'm sure there's gonna be times where it's gonna change. Like the song with Lil Baby, like the more I hear that, I hear that's gonna be my favorite because Lil Baby goes off on that.
Yo, shout out to Lil Baby for it. Yo,
Lil Baby had like
he's going in right now.
like Lil Baby has
Lil Baby like having like a Lil Wayne type wave.
Yo, if he's it,
he does.
I will be a fan. I will be a fan if that's DJ. You're saying strong words right there, bro.
What did you say, DJ? I didn't hear.
He having a Lil Wayne wave, like kind of like a Lil Wayne type wave. You know, Wayne at one point just had a wave. It was unstoppable.
Bunch of features, bunch of mixtapes.
Yeah, it was just unstoppable.
It's not to the effect of Wayne for different reasons, but like he's having that sort of like.
But
stretch,
bro,
right?
I don't think.
Well, the game wasn't as dead when Wayne had it, though.
But I don't think we're ever, to be honest with you, I don't think we're ever.
We're not going to see that
kind of way because you remember when the Carter 2 was supposed to come out, like that joint got super leaked, and they was like, all right, I got to do a whole entire another album.
That was Carter 3.
That was Carter 3.
But you remember even the Carter 2 struggle coming out too.
Yeah,
because there was a Carter
3. The Carter.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I'm just saying. But you remember the Carter 2? Even
that's what the Carter 3 files were. It was the Carter 3, really.
Man, yo, I'm just saying, Wayne wasn't even a wave. That was a tsunami, bro. He came in devastated. But back to J. Cole. But Lil Baby snapped and it's just, I don't know. The features he had was crazy, bro.
Was there anybody you were expecting to hear on the album but didn't get?
No. Kendrick. I wanted Kendrick.
Yes. Number one, obviously, you expected a one in Kendrick.
I didn't expect Kendrick.
You didn't? I actually was.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't expecting Kendrick at all.
The more I think about it, I did like My Life. Like looking back at it and thinking about it, I did like how the beat played.
My Life was dope. I another person I think I would have liked to seen him with is Big Crit.
Man, I would
have liked to see them two do a song together on the album. That'd have been dope.
He did hop on Big Chris most recently.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Tough. Like I wish you to return the favor.
I want to see a trifecta like where Big Crit does the beats, J. Cole and Big Crit do beats, and Kendrick is on that joint, the Trinity effect or something like that, bro.
Man, what was the I forget the title of the song when he was like, man, at first I didn't even fuck with this beat, blah, 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 blah. And then I was just listening to the joint and hopped on it. I forget what the name of the song was.
I don't even know, bro.
I have to look.
Yeah.
We'll listen again.
I have to go.
I only got one. I got one listen through.
I got
all day.
I got 4 because
I got a few.
That's crazy, bro.
I've been busy all day.
Yeah.
Oh, it's shout out to DJ when I was talking to him on the phone. Whatchamacallit, he hung up, so it switched off. So as I'm bringing out my son, 95 South playing right at the part with the Lil John, I'm in a residential neighborhood, bunch of white people. All you hear is "fuck the club up," going off in my car, man. Like it was crazy. So shout out to DJ for hanging up. I appreciate you doing that, brother.
Hey, no,
Hey,
shout
man.
out to yo,
Yeah,
shout out
we really
to
are.
you. Shout out to you for tomorrow, sir.
Oh man, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Salute.
Appreciate
Salute,
that,
my
y'all.
brother.
Appreciate it.
Yo, congratulations once
Salute for
again.
sure. Congrats
Appreciate
to
it.
Rick tying that
Zay,
knot.
Zay, you crazy as hell.
For
Look at this
real.
dude.
Yo, I don't know how
she ain't
you
the same
tamed
as-
that one. I don't know how you tamed this one. For
Hey.
real.
Maybe if we get a Patreon, I could explain.
Right. You're right.
Hey, no, for real. If you want to know the Rick
Yeah.
story, you need let us know if we should get a Patreon account.
Yeah.
Hey, DJ, real quick, you kind of cut out for a little bit. Do you have a favorite track so far or favorite tracks?
95 South is probably my favorite track right now.
Okay, so everybody kind of. So
yeah, that joint just went hard.
y'all-
That one, that went hard as shit.
we all said 95 South. Rick said Let Go My Hand and 95 South. And then I
behind that one, it would be the one with Lil Baby.
Okay. And to all right, so
the Pride one too. The Let Go Pride is the Devil. Yeah, that joint is hard.
Yeah, Pride is the Devil was
yeah,
that
that's
one hard.
That's one Lil Baby.
Yeah,
But,
that one too.
Yeah, just the
So really just the album.
I was about to say you can listen to the album straight through. Like
Yeah,
this one of those albums you can listen
it's
front
a
to back,
straight
back to front.
before we I lost my train of thought, but before we wrap up, what should we expect from the fall off then?
I expect greatness, bro. If this is a preview of what he's gonna do, because he said you remember in the documentary, like you said, he said, Have I spit my best line? Have I made my best song? Have I made my best album? And we thought he made some of his best music. He said, no, I got stuff sitting in the vault that's just chilling. He was like, Middle Child wasn't supposed to come out. And other songs that I just wonder is like, okay, what do you have in the vault? Like, what songs do you have in the vault? Like, and so I expect, really big things, but we'll see. I want to see another documentary, another rollout. I want to see how many points he averaged, you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely going to try to watch the game wherever he's going to play.
Expect the document. Look, I'm expecting at least a documentary about his time spent in this league in Africa, at bare minimum. Like, give us that.
I'm sure he'll give us some sort of dialogue with that, whether if it's a documentary or some clips or an interview or something like that. I'm sure he'll give us something.
I want features in this one. I want a Jay-Z feature. I want a Kendrick feature. I just want like blockbuster collabs in the fall off.
I want a Nas feature.
I want it to be a 2-disc set. I'm asking for a lot. I want it to be a
You are asking for a lot.
Oh, I am.
Hey,
but I can. We're asking what I want and what I expect. This is what I want from my favorite
What
rappers.
you want and what you expect.
It's both, man. Hey, you can't hype. Hey, he hyped it up. So I'm saying my expectations at this far, at this point in juncture, from the way he's
not gonna happen. You're not gonna get a Kendrick feature.
I'm gonna get all of it.
No, you're not.
I'm going to get all of it.
Yeah, I was about to say
y'all speaking.
You're not gonna get your Jay-Z feature. You're not gonna get your Kendrick feature.
Nas,
not your Nas.
Everybody's gonna be on the fall off.
Nobody. The fall off is gonna be him.
All right, so this is gonna be easy for me. What I expect. I don't expect what Rick just said to happen. but I expect a really good album. Like if this is the like prequel in a sense to the fall off, if the off season is like the off season and the fall off is the season, like I'm ready for like an MVP year. You know what I'm saying? Like if this is what he's doing in the off season and this is the approach he has going forward, and the end part of the documentary where he's talking about like he finally sees the vision now. And he's been working on it and he finally sees it and he knows what to do now. If you put somebody as successful and as good at their craft at him and they finally see the vision, it's only like, you know what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time of how great it's going to be. But I lost my train of thought earlier and I finally got to it. We were talking about Lil Baby. Lil Baby has gills, dog. Like he does not stop breathing when he raps. Like, like Lil Baby goes crazy.
He's the Michael Phelps of the rap game.
Every verse he has, he just goes crazy. But that was I just want to get that out there. But yeah, man. So before we wrap up,
Yo, I just had to get that. Yo, Lil Baby got gills.
Lil Baby has
what?
gills. I'd let y'all know. But
the boy be rapping.
But
hey, we didn't talk. How did y'all feel about the Diddy mention?
Oh,
I mean,
bro, I forgot.
I didn't even know that happened.
Yeah,
I had to look it up.
So
I didn't even know
so
Chopped and screwed.
You okay, DJ?
Chopped and screwed. Chopped and screwed. Chopped and screwed.
All right, I muted.
You muted him?
Okay, I muted him. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say that again. What you asked?
Oh, about the Diddy mentioning.
Oh, the Diddy mention. All right.
Yeah, I didn't know the situation.
It just shows me once again, like everybody. Some people just not punks, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just my biggest thing. Like when I read about it, it just shows you like J.Cole was sticking up for Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? And things went left.
Right.
Like he said,
right.
pride is like he put on this thing. Pride is the devil, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, I didn't like he ain't like, I don't know, it wasn't like a diss. He just
It wasn't.
Nah, he was just mentioning like, yo.
He addressed that it happened.
Yeah, he basically confirmed that it happened.
For me, I didn't even know the shit. So
I didn't know it happened.
Yeah. So if you don't know, it was, I don't know if it was at an award show, club, something.
2013.
Diddy was drunk. Diddy was drunk. Came up to, I guess, wherever Cole and Kendrick were at. Diddy had felt a type of way about Kendrick's Control verse, which makes zero sense to me. I don't understand the hype about that. But Cole, Diddy felt some type of way about that. Cole defended Kendrick, and one thing led to another. Apparently, hands were put on each other. Depending, I don't know who started it. Cole had to leave.
Right.
That's what was confirmed on the track. So
hey, but I will say all these stories about Diddy being a wild boy, and yo, I'm realizing Diddy's a wild boy.
Is.
Like he's a wild
anybody
boy.
that makes you walk to another city
just to get some cheesecake.
Another part of New York for cheesecake? No, that's
but like you hear him like slapping Drake and all this stuff, like bro, like
slap that coach with a kettlebell.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
But back to I didn't want to get too far off topic. I just wanted to put that part out. Like Diddy's in a lot of rapper stories of just wilding out, you know.
What the only other thing, man, that because it's all over Twitter, man. The Bill Cosby line.
Oh, and the freestyle.
Yeah. How'd y'all feel about that?
I was laughing my ass off.
I was laughing.
When I caught that one.
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard when I caught that one.
They want to cancel that boy so bad because of that line, man. They're like, people was big mad over that, Joe. I don't get it.
Really?
Like there's people big mad over that.
Hey,
shit,
bro, everybody's mad about something. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Like I heard that freestyle and I was like, man, this dude's rapping his ass off.
That's how I
know.
take
Like,
it.
how could you not?
I mean, he was laughing while he was rapping.
Right.
That's what you get with a freestyle. It's just a freestyle.
It's just a freestyle, man.
Like don't go too hard into it. Like I get it.
He was laughing. He was laughing.
Yeah. That he basically had to cut himself off because he was laughing.
But that line was hilarious.
Yo, Eric, you're slight. I like those, bro. Little slight jabs you throw there.
I mean, I don't know how to throw a jab there, but
no, it wasn't a jab. It was just like perfect timing, you know.
Oh,
man, my bad.
So say you looked up. You got perfect timing. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm always the whole city behind him.
I'm always.
I see you, Rick. Okay.
All right. So as we wrap it up, any last final thoughts on Offseason? Anything J. Cole related?
95 South, bro. You know what time it is. And, pride is the devil.
Yeah, man. J.Cole, Cole World. You know what I mean? Jermaine Cole. Like he's killing the game. Like anytime I'm in a little ratchet phase, I hear J. Cole coming out, I automatically realize I need to straighten myself out.
And
You know
then
what
you
I'm
stay
saying?
the same.
We ain't talking about that. In the moment, I straightened myself out so I could listen to J. Cole. So shout out to J. Cole, man.
He beats fake
Salute you, brother.
for
Appreciate it.
he beat fake
Appreciate
for a little
appreciate
bit.
the work that you put out there. It's
And Big
amazing.
Chan. And drink some Henny, he turns back to himself.
I'm pretty sure you'll be Henny Rick tomorrow.
For sure.
Woo!
Definitely.
Boy.
Definitely.
See?
Yeah.
J. Cole can't save
close
that one.
Let's close this out so Rick can get ready and drink some Henny tomorrow.
This is off season right now for me.
Yeah.
Till tomorrow.
Until tomorrow. I'm saying season starts tomorrow. So.
I know, right?
So Rick,
Ready?
Rick, again, congratulations on tying the knot tomorrow, man. Very happy.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Nothing but blessings for y'all, man. For real.
Shout out J. Cole. Shout out the Offseason. Hell of an album, man. I'm sure y'all have heard it by now, but if y'all haven't, y'all better stop sleeping.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Shit. Fuck them.
Go ahead. Follow the RNS podcast on Twitter, RNS.podcast on Instagram, Really Nothing Special podcast on YouTube, Really Nothing Special podcast on Facebook, Really Nothing Special podcast on Spotify, the Really Nothing Special podcast on Apple Podcasts.
If you know,
that's all we got. Cold World. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.